Hi and welcome to another week with us, and this week we have some crucial lessons from this week's challenges.
This time last year, I thought we were sorted for solar. We had no worries. Little did I know what would happen this week.
So if you're thinking of going off-grid with solar power, before you jump in, watch this and we'll save you some trouble. For most of the week we forgot we even had a sky. No sunrise, no golden morning light. And when you live on solar power, you really feel that silence from the sun. What happened, Timmy? What did you find? Come show Mummy. Wow, a mousey. Wow, that's a big one. It looks like a mole, actually. This week started on a pretty calm note, but we knew what was coming ahead. And I wanted to get some olive picking done, because we were in for quite a few rough days. And I wasn't sure if the olives would spoil or just all fall off during the coming storms. This is the first time we're picking olives from this tree, where everyone else at this time of the year is picking their olives from their big trees that are centuries old and going to make olive oil. We're just so happy with these little trees that are finally giving us olives. I'll tell you a little story about our olive trees on our land. We used to have, as in the land used to have, 5 hectares of olive trees way before we bought it. And unfortunately, this is what our neighbor told us. Somebody, I guess the previous owner, came and cut down all these century-year-old trees and sold them for firewood, which is a huge pity. 5 hectares of olive trees, and all we have now are just a few olive trees here and there dispersed, but the rest are just babies that are growing from the regrowth of the old trees. But so grateful that we have them. Molly, you want to go to the ruin?
I have to stop what I'm doing to say hello to the doggy.
Yep.
Where's she come? Oh my goodness, wait. It's tight. It's really tight. Okay, Molly.
Her bum was shaking too much.
Okay.
You had to stop.
Okay.
You missed him.
This weather is perfect for this, eh? Because it's raining very often, and would be in and out all the time. So you can't mix mortar and build wall, you know.
No.
But I just remembered I was clearing land on medium gear, on the low on one, and I was finding it a bit fast, so I didn't even think to put it down in the lower gear.
Oh,
So now I'm doing it on low, on the lowest possible gear, and it's much easier.
okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
I can get in more places, you know, because it was a bit fast. I mean, not really, but
But
compared
yes,
to when
for,
you're doing bushes like these,
for what you're doing.
I have to get better at it as well. Eh? Molly, can I continue working now so then we can have lunch?
She's like, kisses first.
I'm full up of kisses, thanks.
Okay, Molly,
you chased
you
the
ready?
rabbit earlier.
She did. She was fast.
She was jumping up like
Bouncing.
rabbit hunter.
She didn't catch it.
You're gonna get down so I continue work? Go. Slowly. Slowly.
You sussed it out, you two. Finally. I am so happy with the amount of olives I managed to get, and I managed to collect them before the storms hit. But before I get into the wild and crazy weather that made us rethink our solar setup, I would like to share with you the best discovery I have made in the last few months, which is both wild and wonderful, and we have partnered up with them in today's video. Why did we switch to using this wild deodorant? Because we live this way and we are in touch with nature. We do our best to be as good to the planet as it is to us. And I have been looking for a more sustainable deodorant option for a while now. And then one of our friends suggested trying wild. And honestly, apart from loving the product, we love what the company is about too. Apart from having some amazing smells, their products are powered by plants. All formulas are certified vegan, they're cruelty-free, and Leaping Bunny certified. I love these premium, reusable, personalized cases. Each refill saves 30 grams of plastic. It's really easy to refill. Wind all the way down to refill. My one is fresh cotton and sea salt. Then twist it. It comes out. Luke's, I believe, is coconut and vanilla, and it smells absolutely amazing. And I feel like he smells much nicer for longer. They have a flexible subscription, global delivery, and you can pause, cancel, or switch scents anytime. And because they care about keeping our planet wild, they partnered with On a Mission, and they plant a tree every time you buy from them. We have been using these roll-ons for a few months now, and we just love their scents. So if you feel ready for the change, you want to be better for the planet, you want to cut down on those single-use plastics that you keep using, and want to stop spraying those harmful deodorants into the atmosphere, why not try out one of Wild's sweet-smelling scents? And Wild have kindly given me a code just for you. 33% off, but you have to hurry because it's only available for a short time during the Black Friday period. So go on, check it out. I have left the link in the description below, or scan the QR code, which is over here. It's just so nice today. I almost forgot that I have to get back into talking about the wild, crazy weather that we had. So back to my story. After the calm weather, the storms hit us. This is me having to go to the toilet. As soon as I got in here, it stopped raining. Brilliant. Of course, this is where I stop filming. I'm just going to put you in the window for the view. We are so used to waking up full of energy, but this week was different. It's better. I've been holding it, not wanting to come out. I shouldn't have been lazy. It really wasn't that bad to leave. And then it kind of stopped. Every morning started the same. Batteries low, panels barely pulling anything in, and the rain just kept coming. We find that off-grid life is not controlled by routines and alarms and to-do lists. We do have those, well, not alarms, but we do have a routine and a very long to-do list. But our life is controlled by the weather, and this week it was not on our side. And then there was Luke, the man on a mission. He was trying to get power from wherever he could.
Now our van is a generator.
Even if it was for a couple of minutes, he would run out the door like a solar ninja.
And this charging, which is charging one of those batteries, because now these 4 Life PO4 batteries, I charge them one by one and then connect them together for 24 hours and then they'll be ready. At the moment our system is running through this Bluetooth. So at the moment I'm charging that second battery. This one is already charged and this one has 1200 watts coming in.
Let me show you what I ended up with after a day of picking. So these are the black olives. But there's a lot that have been bitten, so I'm going to be wasting quite a few of these. And these are my green ones. And this is what I started this morning. And then I had a bit of a break. These turned a little bit browny, but I think they're okay. And yeah, I'm just putting them through. The green ones are bigger than the black ones, so I'm putting them through this, so they make it makes a really nice cut. 4 cuts, and I think they'll cure faster just because they're bigger. And I have just messaged Andrea from Project Portugal. Hopefully she'll answer me, because I totally forgot, since it was 2 years ago, what percentage of salt to olives do I put in the pillowcase, because I'm making them the same way that I made them 2 years ago, because Andrea does this and I love it. And she just puts them in a pillowcase, puts the right amount of salt, and then mixes it every day. And the amount of water that comes out every day is crazy, and I really like doing it. They cured really fast. I think they were ready in 6 weeks, which is perfect, and they were absolutely delicious. I hung the green olives up last night in the dark. They're already losing water. Now every day I come in and move them around. Make sure the salt is over everything. The black olives took me longer to sort. I thought they were going to be faster because I didn't have to make all those little cuts, but the green olives were perfect, whereas the black olives were all, well, there were 1/10 of them were packed, so to stay looking through them all took me a fair bit of time. I don't know, I probably could have just left them because I think the salt sterilizes them. I don't know, I just like taking them off when they've been pecked by birds. I made double as many olives as I made 2 years ago, so hopefully, if by chance I miss a year, like last year, I'll have enough for 2 years. 1, 2, 3, number 4, here we go. 1, 2, 3, number 4, here we go. And that's it, a whole day of picking olives, sorting them, and a whole day of work is pretty much olives for the next 2 years. And this is the truth about off-grid living when the sun doesn't shine. It's not glamorous, it's not always peaceful. It was definitely not peaceful once Lou got the generator going. Sometimes it's frustrating and sometimes it's humbling. But it also reminds us of something so beautiful, how much we rely on nature and how much nature shapes every part of our lives here. During one of those days, we got a lovely surprise. We knew one of our chickens was sitting on eggs somewhere on our land. We just didn't know the place.
Come and see what I found. I was just going to the caravan to look for a wire so I can charge one of the Bluettis with the Jenny.
100 eggs, did I guess?
Something similar to that.
Yeah. Babies. I was wondering if we're gonna hear them. Ah. So we still don't know where the eggs are. Oh my goodness, they're all petrish. Oh.
How many there are? 1, 2, 3. How you squash them, mother mummy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 8.
How cute! Oh my goodness, our family just grew. Here. Your babies will need to eat. Show them. You want to show your babies? They're so beautiful, you know. Is that your first sip of water? Cute. I was actually going to leave them outside and let her fend for herself since she did so well in hatching her eggs. But then decided not to because the weather was going to get worse. And much to Savage's, which is the name of our chicken, her name is Savage because she is savage when she's broody, I grabbed her babies and a soaking wet to the bone chicken and put them in the coop. And then after the storm came the calm, and we get to enjoy everything that the crazy weather brought with it.
Yay! The sun is shining. The weather is free. Last. It's been a good 2 to 3 weeks with very, very little sun, and I'm telling you the last week has been quite challenging. Up until this time last year, I thought we were sorted for solar. We had no worries. Little did I know what would happen this week. Come on, Molly. It's a nice day. Molly's been cooped up inside. We're going to go down to the river today, Molly Poppy. And there lies one of our problems. It is midday, and have a look at our panels. Somehow we're pulling in 80 watts at the moment with these 6 panels that are in the shade. And it's midday. 80 watts from this piece here. So the very first thing we did when we moved onto our land about 8 years ago, more or less, 7-8 years, was install a solar system. So I had set them up around April, May, and according to the sun at the time, not thinking about winter where the sun is lower in the sky. So for the past 7 years, for about 2 months of the year, so winter solstice 21st December, 1 month back and 1 month forward was the worst time for us, where we got very little solar, just because for the couple of prime time hours of sunlight our panels were in the shade. We've always wanted to move them, but I always thought, I don't even remember how I actually put them into the ground here, but I remember telling Sarah, if we ever have to move them, that's going to be a big pain in the butt. So up until last year, I was so confident in the amount of battery storage we had, and I knew I would move these panels eventually. I was thinking of selling my generator, which I hadn't used for a whole year. And yeah, we ran out of power after 2 to 3 weeks, the past couple of weeks anyway, and we needed that generator. And just to make things a bit difficult for me when I went to start it, it didn't want to start. I think there was still a bit of fuel in the carb, so I had to clean the carburetor, and we're running really low on power. So before I even attempted to try and clean the carb and get the generator going again, I decided to use this Bluetti car charger. So you hook it up directly to the battery. I had it installed permanently on my old car, but then when we got the van, I never attached it back to the van. But it's a really handy thing that you can get, because basically if you don't have a generator, you can use your car as a generator. So it's pretty handy. A bit of an expensive generator, but a generator nonetheless.
Plug and play. Easy.
So it can charge any Bluetti up until 500 watts, or any batteries really. So it charges in 12 volts and converts it to whatever you need. I used that system and just used the van to charge one of our Bluettis up, so we had enough power to keep our fridge going, until I managed to clean and successfully put back together the generator, which was a bit tricky because I forgot how the throttle goes onto the carb at one point, so I had to go to the shop where I had bought it from to see how it was attached. But anyway, long story short, I got it started and managed to start charging back our batteries to their former glory. So no more worries anymore. I'm definitely not going to sell our generator. In fact, a bit later I want to try and set it up so it's not out in the rain and it's all set up properly. But first I want to move these panels a bit further up in full sun. I did buy longer wires and they're already attached, so I'm hoping it'll be semi-easy. But we never kind of got around to moving them just because it was going to be a pain in the butt, like I said. And also we got through. We got away with it. We didn't ever run out of power in winter. However, this year we upgraded from a small fridge to one double the size. So our power needs changed. I didn't think too much of it because I thought we had so much storage and so many extra panels here and there. But yeah, it's not enough. So we need to get these in direct sun. So with Sarah. Hey Molly, you're still hitting me. Oh no, where's the mummy? Huh? Sarah, can you come and help? Here she is. So we're lucky. We decided to do it now once the sun is out so we can see where it is. Yeah, I'm kind of remembering now. I had done a little concrete square, and then with these bolts, what are they called? Roll bolts? Roll bolts? The ones that they're in like a metal sleeve, and they expand as you put them in, basically. But no steel or anything. So on the front I had 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the back I had gotten a metal pole from the steel place, with the idea of every 6 months changing the angle to maximize the amount of solar we get. In winter you want them, the sun is lower in the sky, so you want them up to 40 something, I think 40, 45. And then in summer, the sun is higher in the sky, so you want them lower, even down to 18, depending where you are in the world. So I had done these so I can adjust them twice a year. But we never bothered because they were in the shade anyway. Over here, you can see I've got pieces of rebar banged into the ground there. I don't know how deep they are, but I think that's the biggest problem. And then I had gotten paranoid that they're going to blow off with the wind. So I had filled some of the thicker cinder blocks here with concrete and put 2 on each side.
Wow.
Yes, 8 years ago I was more of a cowboy, if that's possible. I'm less of a cowboy now. Okay, that's the back out. Oh, no, it's stuck still.
No, it's totally stuck.
Totally stuck. I think I might have put, which makes sense, rebar in the concrete knocked into the ground. So they're moving, but... Yeah, there's rebar, look. What cowboy did this? I was right to dread it all these years.
Move money.
Okay. You think it's too heavy for us to carry like this?
My guess is yes.
My guess.
Molly, are you going to help? You want to help Mummy Daddy? Or you want to hinder Mummy Daddy?
My guess is yes too. Now, so I just don't have to stay calculating which way to point them and all that. I'm just gonna check what it is currently, because I had done a good job. And that is 205 degrees west-south. 205 west-south. 45, right? 45. So I had done them so they're better in winter, because in summer they should be lower.
I see.
So 45, we'll leave them the same, hopefully. Okay, let's see if we can carry this up.
Okay, we can do this.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, there is a rebar under here as well. Okay, so we just carry it like this.
Yeah. Can you lift up? Okay. We're doing it. No way we would have carried it with the solar panels as well.
Oh, I lost my stone.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
No, I have that to be side.
Alright, they're in the sun. 205 west-south, we said?
Yes.
Okay, so we're wrong. This way. Okay, so now when the sun comes out, we should be happy. Finally, we have panels in the sun in winter.
Nice.
Who'd have thunk it? Right. Really happy about that. It's 12 o'clock. Already panels are in the shade because of the clouds. But we're already completely fully charged. It feels really good to finally be totally fully charged. We have got 26,000 watt hours in total of battery storage. So that's why I thought we were so sweet. And we have these panels. We have 3-4 portable ones we use a lot in winter, the Bluetti ones. And we also have some old ones and the new 500 watt one next to the small caravan. So it just does feel good to have everything totally full. This morning I kept an eye on it, and last night, so we only hooked up to 9,000, the Bluetti system, 9,000 watt hour system, and we used overnight, and Sarah stayed up late working on the video, so the computer wastes quite a bit, and we used 23% from 100 from when the sun went down at about 5-6 o'clock till the morning, till it started getting the sun rays at about 9, half 8, and by 10:30-11 it was full. So it's really good to see it like that. So this is our normal system. That's about 10 kilowatts, 10,000 watt hours, and this is our backup, the Bluetti, which is about 9 watt hours, 9,000, and as you can see, 100%. So I can turn this off, and that is our backup ready for when we don't have sun. This is back to normal. Let's see how many watts we have coming in. We only have 112 watts coming in because that's what we're using in the Gypsy Caravan because it's full. So very happy with that. Another thing I really have been wanting to do for years was to set up the generator over here. So at least I don't have to get rained on, and the generator doesn't get rained on, and it's a setup where if we run out of power, we just turn on the generator like normal people would do it. Not like me. But I have decided to keep the generator because we learned a valuable lesson this year. You never know what will happen. Being off grid, it makes sense to always have a generator, super backup. We're also very thankful for that Bluetti Charger 1, it's called, because while I was fixing the generator, I used my car as a generator, which is quite handy. Yeah, so I'm just going to set up something simple here, a couple of pallets, roof, generator for emergencies. Let me go get some more pallets. This is to protect your electronics when charging from a generator. I probably don't need it with the blue ATs and everything, but I had bought it 7 years ago. Might as well put it up. It really feels good to be doing stuff that I've been wanting to do for 7 years. It's awesome. I should have done it before, but you know how it is. You just keep putting it off, and then it becomes a bigger thing than it really is. I didn't even measure the generator. I hope it fits in there. Yes, plenty. Nice. More storage now. What can I put in here? We'll figure it out. I'm happy with that. Made out of junk. Solid. Always getting sorted. The more you do when you live off grid for yourself, the better off you are. Love it.
Molly, Daddy made your bed in there with the generators. It came nice, jumpy.
You like it, Molly? You like it? That's your doghouse.
No!
Now you're going to start sleeping over there.
No.
I've been saying I don't want you in my bed anymore.
She said no. She said no.
Wow, she's vicious. She's an outside dog, surely. Molly, this is your go to sleep over here. Look, come.
No.
Come. It's so nice. Out of the sun. You go inside, sleep.
Okay, go
With
in.
the generator.
Go sit there. Go sit.
Go sit
No,
there. No,
not
no,
there,
not up. Inside.
Over here.
No, not
down
up.
Here, down here, look. Okay, wait, Ma. Let me just. Molly, look here. Sit here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. She doesn't want. She doesn't want. She doesn't want. She does not a Molly house.
Shall I take the generator out so you can sleep there tonight?
Wow, Molly. So yeah, this was our week. Rain, clouds, low power, a lot of improvising, and still we wouldn't trade it because this is what off-grid life is all about. Real, unpredictable, and full of lessons. And if you want to keep following our journey through the sunshine and the storms, then hit subscribe. And just a reminder that if you liked what I said about Wild and this fantastic smelling deodorant, then I have left the link in the description below or scan the QR code. But don't leave it too late to take advantage of this 33% off, because it is only available for a limited time only. And if you do get one, let me know how it goes. Let me know what scent you picked. And I'll see you in the next video.